Hi everybody, welcome to my homestead and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to read a little bit out of Millennial Messiah. I wanted to look and see if Bruce R. McConkie had anything to say about being quickened, the quickening that happens when the resurrection occurs. And so this is what I found. Haven't read it yet. So it says, warnings from the chief watchman. Jesus himself is more pointed and express in commanding men to living righteously in order to abide the day of his second coming than are any of his servants. He, as the chief watchman on the towers of Israel, tells us in plain and powerful phrases that what our fate will be if we fail to prepare for that dreaded day, and also of the blessings that await us if we make ourselves ready. His words abound on almost every subject throughout his work. Here we shall consider those that constitute the express commands to watch, pray, and be ready for the coming day. On all of it, after giving the parable of the fig tree, after saying no one would know the day or hour of his coming, after comparing his return to the flood that swept men to a watery grave in the day of Noah, Jesus said, quote, then shall be full that which is written. He is alluding to some scripture lost to us, that in the last days, two shall be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Two shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left. And what I say unto one, I say unto all men, watch therefore, for you know not at what hour your Lord doth come. These words can be used in a dual way. They can be applied to the destruction of the wicked in the day of burning, when only the righteous abide the day, or they can be applied to the gathering of the remainder of the elect by the angels, when they are caught up to meet their Lord, with those who are unworthy of such a quickening being left on the earth. Luke makes this latter application to words of the same meaning, and then explains, quote, this he, Jesus, spake, signifying the gathering of his saints, and of angels descending and gathering the remainder of them, the one from the bed, the other from the grinding, and the other from the field, whithersoever he listeth. For verily there shall be new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. And there shall be no unclean thing, for the earth becometh old, even as a garment, having waxed in corruption, wherefore it vanisheth away, and the footstool remaineth sanctified, cleansed from all sin. No matter which usage is made of the teaching involved, the conclusion is the same. Watch, be ready, be worthy. There is safety in no other course. Then Jesus, continuing the Olivet Discourse, said, but know this, if a good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched. It would not have suffered his house to have been broken up, but would have been ready. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Now, I just want to say right here, through just my observations of the LDS second coming community, there's a lot of people that think that, you know, it's not going to happen anytime soon, or, you know, that right now it's just too soon. A lot of people that like have put an X on certain dates, like, no, it can't happen here. And I have to wonder, when we read scriptures like this, when it says at a time that you think not, now that could be talking about the world generally. You know, maybe the world, you know, we're going through a lot of different disasters and judgments, but maybe the world kind of is like, well, you know, things continue progressing, technology continues to progress, civilization continues to progress, so it can't be the time, and then it comes. So maybe it's talking just in a general sense, but I'm astounded just at how many people think that they can say for sure that it's not happening anytime soon. because I think that maybe some of those people will be surprised and caught off guard. Anyway, this illustration is one of great force and power, and it takes on new and deeper meaning as wickedness, including burglary and robbery and stealing, all increase as the day of his coming nears. Okay, so we'll just end there. I just wanted to kind of focus in on this part, talking about the quickening. It's still not really clear to me exactly how it's going to happen, but let's just read this part again. They can be applied to the destruction of the wicked in the day of burning, when only the righteous abide the day. Or, so basically when the earth is cleansed. So he could be talking about that when it's talking about one left grinding at the mill and one taken and so on and so forth. Or they can be applied to the gathering of the remainder of the elect by the angels when they are caught up to meet their Lord, with those who are unworthy of such quickening being left on earth. So when it's talking about gathering the remainder of the elect, does that mean it doesn't all happen at one time? Is it a process and then there's a remainder of the elect? Maybe as people reach a certain threshold of righteousness, then they get quickened and taken up by the angels. I'm assuming that right here is talking about actual angels, probably resurrected beings or something to that effect. But it does seem kind of like how other Christians talk about a rapture. This is the same event. They're always talking about, if you go and watch their channels, they're always talking about those that are going to be raptured and those that are left behind. And some have gone as far as to leave instructions for their loved ones, like as part of like instruction packet or an envelope with a letter inside, so that when they disappear, their loved ones will find it and read it, and it'll tell them what they need to do in order to be saved. And usually they're talking about what they refer to as the ABCs of, being saved, which in their mind, it's something that you can do within just 5 minutes to be saved. You just have to basically believe Christ, confess that you're a sinner, and that's basically it. I'm not doing it justice, but that really is basically it. And so that's their view. Their view is that there's going to be a rapture and that the wicked will be left behind. They have different schools of thought. Some believe, because you have to understand that they also do the whole 7-year tribulation thing, which I do not buy into. I feel like that idea has been imported into our church. Not into our church as a whole, but just within this little second coming community, people that are interested. But anyway, there's those that believe that there's going to be a pre-tribulation rapture because the righteous are supposed to escape the judgments on the earth. Some believe that no, it's going to be in the middle. The righteous are going to experience some of the judgments, but the worst part is the second half, and so they're going to be saved from the second half. Other people think that it's going to be after. So I'm just showing you how they view it. I don't know how you view it. I don't do the whole 7-year tribulation thing. I have a playlist called 7-Year Tribulation, and it explains exactly why I don't think that that's an LDS concept whatsoever. There are tribulations, plural, and there's also great tribulation in the last days. I believe that. I think things are probably going to continue to get worse. But from what I have been able to ascertain, it seems like the resurrection and the quickening happen at the same time. They happen in conjunction with each other. Michael, the archangel, Adam, he initiates it by blowing a horn, which I don't know if that's literal or if it's figurative. And it seems to also be in conjunction with the sign of the Son of Man that appears in the heavens. Now, I've wondered, well, what about Adamadi Amen? Because it seems that Adamadi Amen maybe happens before that, and there's got to be resurrected beings there that have held priesthood keys in former dispensations. So I'm not clear. Maybe those that have held keys in prior dispensations, maybe they were resurrected first as like a very, very, very first group. I don't know. I don't really know. Haven't been able to pin that one down. But based on what Bruce R. McConkie is saying here, it does seem that there's a rapture type event, those that are taken, those that are left on the earth. I don't really know how much time goes by, like once you're taken, quickened and caught up to be with the Lord in the clouds. I don't know if like you're there for a certain period of time. It seems clear that you come down with the Lord when he comes down in the clouds. So like at the official second coming, from what I can tell. So I don't know how long you stay there. I don't know exactly where you go. But there are going to be those that are left on the earth. I assume that if you're living a terrestrial law, you'll probably stay on the earth. It's probably going to be mostly people that are living, that are like, would be considered the church of the firstborn, right? Those that are living a celestial law right now, quickened, come down in the clouds with Christ. So I don't know. There's so much that's unclear, but there is this concept here in Millennial Messiah talking about when they are caught up to meet the Lord. When only the righteous abide the day, or they can be applied to the gathering of the remainder of the elect by the angels. So I've never really heard that before, but that's what he says here. It seems that when it's talking about one will be left, one will be taken, that is in fact referring to one of two things, either just simply the final cleansing of the earth, or the quickening. So there you have it. That's what Bruce R. McConkie has to say about it in his book, Millennial Messiah. I want to see what else I can find in here. I know that there's a lot. We've looked at the portion where he's talking about Adam Amen. And before he really gets into Adam Amen, he starts talking about how Christ will most likely go continent to continent, several meetings on each continent, so that the righteous, because it doesn't seem like everyone is going to physically go to Adam Amen to participate there. It seems like there's going to be a whole series of sessions, some where you are, wherever you live in the world. So anyway, it's just interesting. Okay, that's going to be it for this one. So if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, like this video if you liked it. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Feel free to share any information that you have. If it's more substantial, you have like links or something, send it to my email. Make sure to share this with anyone that would find this interesting, and I'll talk to you guys later.